Welcome back to Limbus Company Daily Mirror Dungeon. Now, last time, we did our first try on the new update, which added two things in note: Cinq Association Dawn and Uptie and slash Threadspin 4. So this time, I'm using a build kind of making use of both of those, revolving around the new unit and revolving around Haste. So basically, what this unit does is she has a lot of ways to give herself haste, she has a lot of benefits from having high speed, and her passive especially, 3 Pride Resonance. If speed of all allies is higher than speed of all enemies, this unit deals more damage based on the speed difference between it and the slowest enemy, which is certainly a funny one. So we've got a lot of things that are kind of just built around having high speed. So, like, this works, yeah. And we've also got K-Corp Ponglu because I couldn't find a good 6th unit. This is a mixture of units that benefit a lot from speed and some units that are very good at giving haste to allies, namely Yisung and Otis are great for giving speed to allies because this G-Corp Otis is passive, which is easy enough to trigger just requiring 2 sloth res, and just applies 2 haste to self and adjacent allies. And Yisung has this beautiful ego, Crow's Eye View. And of course, what this does is apply 3 haste to all allies next turn for the low price of 3 sloth and 1 wrath. As you can imagine, we're going to be using that a lot. That's for sure. Just because we'll be able to use it to build up haste on everyone, and we've got a lot of units that benefit from haste. 4 in total, but only 3 right now. We'll add LCR Faust next floor, and then she'll be doing fairly well then, I think. Mike's probably still sounding weird. I think it should be sounding better now. It should be more consistently okay. But I'm getting a new mic. That's for sure. Like this. Yeah, we gotta go for the sloth resonances because that's just even more haste. Like, look at this. She's got 5 haste this turn. Very nice stuff. So, Cinq Don is definitely a very interesting unit. She's kind of hard to build around in most circumstances, especially when if you're trying to compare against using, say, Warp Dawn. But her benefits are she's much better in flashes and in fights where she can actually target her enemies. That's where she really shines. Not as, like, obviously good in some other fights, like normal fights. Like, she'll win clashes, that's for sure. She'll win clashes very consistently. Marcel's got his helmet on. Very nice. Yeah. He's similar like 7 Otis. She's really good because she, well, wins clashes, usually. Phantom Pain, that's just the damage up. That's very nice. In Monkey Tree, Thunder Branch could be decent. So, I forgot to mention this. The starting EOG if we chose was Curriculum Vitae, because allies with 7+ charge count gain haste. If they have Bloom skills, they gain 2 haste and 1 final power up instead. Which is very nice because, well, if we can just get some stuff to give everyone haste, for example, if we could get, like, Lightning Rod, something like that, then we can get huge benefits, because we can just kind of build up charge for everyone, give everyone charge, even the people that really wouldn't have charge elsewise. And we do have a fair bit of charge units here, namely these two. And while they don't benefit the most from charge, they do... You don't gain much benefit from charge, but you can build up charge, like, somewhat, like, gaining it with that, and then passive. Take off that here, I think. Then do something like this. Should be good. Oh, that was Sun Shower. I did not mean to use Sun Shower, not gonna lie. I thought I chose Crow's Eye View, but I accidentally chose Sun Shower because it's also a sloth ego. Whoops. They resist Pierce too, so very, very much whoops. Not really the best time to Sun Shower. Now his sanity is looking awful. Quick suppression, that's good. Kills this guy. No one else is using sloth skills right now, so the sloth power from Sun Shower didn't really matter. I was really, gonna try and hope I'd get, haste on everyone from using an ego, but, wrong ego moment. So, From what I've heard, the pretty much the basis of the strategy for Uptie 4 is that it's not worth it for most units, but it is insanely worth it for most charge units, namely Warp and Rabbit charge units. Warp and Arcor charge units. It's not as useful for like Rose Span or charge units, because they don't need the charge as much. That's the thing, because a lot of the Uptie 4 is about giving much more charge to units. Like, even like Warp Mersault and Warp Faust aren't too bad if you can get them to Uptie 4. They're certainly not like the strongest, but like they're pretty decent. I used I think yeah, I used both of them. They're pretty good as far as like debuffing goes, and they win clashes a lot more reasonably now, which is of course a huge thing. Okay, this time we're gonna use the right ego. Yes. And we'll use it because thanks to it we can actually trigger Otis's passive to give even more haste. Very nice. Otherwise we would have only had one slot thing there. Okay, look at these clash wins. Yeah, that's with a 22 for the clashing, very nice. It is a tertiary, so of course it does, but like at high speed it's just very good. It wins clashes. I wonder how well a haste build would work in Mirrodin 2 hard, because of course we're only doing normal right now for the sake of my sanity. But like she's definitely like getting good clash rolls, that's the thing. Not quite to the extent of something like G-Corp Otis is like tertiary, but like still very good, especially because she just got 19 clash rolls on her secondary of all things. And that was a 16 on her primary. Very good stuff, that's for sure. Like that, there we go. Yeah. Definitely some of the most beneficial, some of the best, like, primary skills we've seen on Cinq Don. Because there was a lot of pretty bad primaries, but Cinq Don's is fairly good, I'd say. I'll have to see, of course. God, Yisung really needs his sanity back up. That early sun shower really did not help him. And Weighted Bash to not quite finish him off, but he's low. So, Yisung, we can let him kill. Nothing else, I guess. Please kill. Yeah, he's got it. And it didn't recover sanity, though, because sanity is still weird. You know how it is. Sloth and Blunt is better than anything for burn, so I'll take today's expression. Nothing too special, though. We've got some Blunt. Not, like, the most, but it's a couple. And we go middle path, because we're absolutely going for the shop. And, oh, whoops. Did not mean to mess up my entire order there. Oh, well. Something like this. This should work. Okay. And this should be good enough. I'd use Crow's Eye View, but Sinclair... No, Yisung really needs some sanity. Like, desperately. Okay, this will be good sanity for Faust. Nice. She got at least one head as an opportunistic slash, so not bad. She's the unit that I don't think she gains flash power or anything from having high haste, but she just can inflict stupid amounts of haste with her secondary. It's like 4 haste on use with her secondary, which is very nice. And yeah, that'll work. Good enough. Yisung is still... He's not getting high enough speed to get any clashes is his issue. So he's still at his negative 38 sanity. Definitely a strange unit to have such large sanity issues with, but it's because of Sun Shower, so it's not really that shocking. Sun Shower is very pricey as far as mental health is concerned. Well, we got a shop now at least. We can always like heal his SP in the shop, because any shop healing done is also going to increase SP of your target. We'll see though. We could take the red stained Gossipium. No. We could take Nebulizer. That's actually pretty good. We've got some poise units. By that I mean Faust. 45. We honestly. This is honestly kind of stupid, but I really need him to get better sanity because he's not doing too swell. I'm gonna replace an Otis skill. Do we want another skill too? No, our skill 1's the Sloth one, and we kind of want Sloth, I think. Unless I'm misremembering. Is there skill 2 Sloth? Then I really should have gone for that. No, her skill 1 is Sloth, so yeah, that was the right choice as far as I'm concerned. But Nebulizer's good. That just means crits. They're gonna resist that. That's fine. A lot of people who are gonna resist some things. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, he's gonna win a clash here. So I think we're set. And I can always use this just to make sure. And to give everyone a little bit of haste next turn, because this could be a little dicey fight, depending on how things goes. We're not really doing too much damage, because we're hitting a lot of people for things they're resisting. Opportunistic Slash should still be fairly good, because they're weak to Envy, yes. Good. And it's a net gain on Sanity from this Crow's Eye view, but still got the tails. And Order finishes that one off. Bunch of Sanity lost on these guys because their friends are dying. And look at this haste gain. Look at this 7 haste. How swell. Her 14 speed. Oh, did not mean to hit that. And her skill 1's really the most beneficial thing to use here because it just gains more coin power. Oops. God, this menu's so weird. I always forget this menu exists. Like, of course I know it does, but like... very odd. There we go. I really want to get more charge stuff so we can get even more benefit from Rhino Merciless, because his speed isn't great if his passive doesn't trigger, and his passive's just basically for every 5 charge he gains a +2 to max speed. Which is very nice, that's for sure. I think his passive does something else since he's at Opti 4. I forget what that other else thing is, though. I think it's just more... No, it gives him aggro, that's right. It gives him aggro if he has enough charge to trigger his passive. Which is nice, he can take hits, that's for sure. And we take 1 fight or slash for fight. I'll take a slash fight, I think. Might be more beneficial? I don't know. We've got a fair bit of each of them. You do this. Otis can use her sloth skills, her passive triggers, which will give 2 more haste to herself and these two, assuming our skills are actually going to work. I haven't been paying enough attention, so I can't say whether or not it's actually been working so far this run for passive. Well, Heathcliff got the haste, but the question is, does Otis herself gain the haste? Because that's the part that's kind of bugged often. Will Otis gain the 2 haste from her own passive? Crow's Eye view for even more haste. So everyone will have 3 haste next turn. And it looks like Otis doesn't have the haste. Hard to tell. Otis should have like 5 haste this turn. Yeah, no, she doesn't. So her passive's still buffed, so it doesn't do anything to herself. Which is fine. We really don't want her to have haste, I don't think. Because if she has haste, then she's going to be more likely to be the left here, and therefore give less haste to other people. People who actually have skills that need haste. 7 plus speed. This guy's got 7 plus speed, so you know that's gonna work perfectly well. God. I love the speed builds. When are they gonna give us Alan? That's, I mean, Night Owls is, I mean, I'm kind of overly fixated on some of the random general invitation fights from Runa than I should be. Of course, Dong Huan is a prime example of that. Dong Huan's the GOAT. But, I don't know. Haste stuff is funny. It's definitely very weird, especially when it doesn't matter too much most of the time in normal fights. Because it, like... It matters a lot in Abno, so you can actually redirect stuff, but there's no redirecting or anything in normal fights. Sloth Blunt. This should be easy enough then. Apple. Yep, this sure is easy enough. I was right. Who would have thought? And then we'll just go for some other stuff. Weighty Bash to gain a bunch of charge, I think. Or is this one Demolish is good charge? Demolish is good charge. And we'll have his tertiary next turn. Clash Wind gain haste next turn. Oh, we should probably have you clash then. So you can gain even more haste. Nice. If we can kill him this turn and then make all this haste useful next turn, that would be really cool. I don't know if that's gonna happen though. Demolish, staggered. Not quite. Yisung staggers it. Yep, he staggered it with the flash. Oh, he goes. Yeah, whenever he uses that skill, is there self-damage if he loses. That makes sense. So he staggered himself, really. We're just taking advantage of it to weaken him even further. Yeah, we've got a little bit of haste. Oh! I haven't actually seen aggro in action here. Yeah, this slot's got 3 aggro, so it's going to be targeted more, thanks to his passive triggering. That is pretty cool. I like that. Into haste next turn, absolutely. You go for this. Oh, you're only gonna give... Your passive's only gonna trigger for Faust. That's fine. Faust still benefits from it, if nothing else. Gain 4 haste next turn? Yeah, absolutely. So next turn we're gonna be doing very well in haste, that's for sure. And... I think Mersault should have a bunch of haste as well. Because he's gonna be at 10 charge, so he's gonna have a +4 to his max speed roll, so he's gonna be a 3 to 9 base, and then he's gonna get all the haste from all the stuff we're using that gives more haste. And yeah, Apple's done for. Deep Cut to give herself even more haste. Yeah, she does 9 haste next turn, alright. This is such a funny thing to stack stupid amount. Yeah, going for you, that's fine. We can quick suppression you. I mean, I think we're just gonna kill you, honestly. I don't care if you hit us. No, we kind of want to clash, though, with some of these people, don't we? So yeah, you do that, and then you do that. Otherwise, everyone else is just gonna go for the head. Nice. And then this is also going to be kind of insane. A Tails, that's fine though. It was still a lot of damage. And yeah, these two are... There's still one attack that's going through. I didn't see who was going through on. They'll probably be fine. I know it wasn't going for Mersault, which is unfortunate. That would have been a good person to have it, you know, be hit by. Prototype view, though. More haste, more speed. The ideal. Is there any other EOEs that provide haste other than the Curriculum Vitae? I don't think so. Nothing comes to my mind, but I don't know for sure, so who can say? 7 plus speed, you've got 7 plus speed. At 7 plus speed, you've got 7 plus speed. And then you just go for that, sure. Oh, he got hit, so his weird passive's triggering, that's fine. Do they change how... They made it so it's less bind, right? The passive for, Crow's Eye View? It's still a weird one. It's still one that I never use for... I never use Crow's Eye View for the passive. I use it for the haste. But yeah, that's Apple Down. Golden Apple Down. Alright. I gotta, honestly. It's just too funny not to, especially if the whole plan of this run is to spam, Crow's Eye View, at least in part. Is there any other egos that give haste? Oh, Body Sack, that's right. Yeah, 3 haste next turn, so that's another one to consider using early on, like a first turn. Because EFF doesn't have any other way to give himself haste other than his passive, but that requires 3 Wrath Resonance, which isn't going to happen too often. Yeah, so each fight we use these 2 egos. Yeah, that's the play, I think. And then you need to gain charge count. So probably not Rhino Ram, yeah. Just a weighty bash, because this is 4 charge count, nothing too special. Yeah, it's not going to be the most... You really need a lot of his secondary, because that's his big charge gain. Because it's 8 charge. Oh yeah, I guess you should go for that instead. So you can actually build up haste next turn. Every fight first turn is just going to be the turn where we build up as much haste as we can do for the next turn. And Body Sack, they're weak to the Body Sack, so it's going to be good. And it also gives him 3 haste next turn, just to make sure he can go maximum overdrive next turn. Shame we don't have a lot of pride. We're not really able to trigger your passive too much. Does anyone have a pride, like, defense skill? It doesn't look like it. Well, we don't really need to focus on building up haste this turn. We're going to focus on spending our haste. Quote-unquote spending. We don't actually have a way to spend our speed yet. Maybe one day. Okay. Hit that guy a little bit. And then, yeah, he gets shot down. Shoot the bug. This guy's gonna resist this, but he'll get staggered and die anyways. Yep, crit helps there. And there's still this one left. So we just kind of let him die. Should have killed him with some of the sloth stuff, because we're kind of low in sloth still. But I think we're still doing fine enough to not need to worry about that at all. Randomly gains poise, sure. That's more poise for someone with gloom skills. Could be Faust, which would be pretty nice. And she's like the one actual poise person on our team. I mean, it could be any of these 4 is the thing. And it's funny on all of them. Do you have poise? You just have sinking, yeah. Yeah, that's your thing. You sink and you have a strong skill 3. That's what she does. Robots. It's 10 speed naturally. Oh yeah, everyone does have higher... I keep on forgetting. Everyone's got a +2 to speed anyways. +2 to max speed anyways, thanks to the Starlight rewards we have. Pretty nice, that's for sure. And, oh. Unfortunate for Otis. She's fine, but unfortunate. Then we go for the blunt thing here. You've got enough speed to make this worth its while. Yeah, it's not factoring in the +1 coin power, so I think we're doing a lot better than it thinks we are. So good enough for me. 8 speed. I was a little worried because he was like one of the last ones, but no, one of the last people in the turn order, and he still has 7 speed. Or 8 speed. Otis had 7 speed, and she was the actual last in the turn order. Okay, so Dawn still did in fact manage to lose that clash. Declare duel on that robot. You would. And then quick suppression time. Now just these two left. And we should just be able to whittle him down. Blunt attacks, thanks to his primary. That'll be nice, better damage. And we're just kind of going for whatever here. Because they're low, we don't need to use more egos. We kill these guys, we get the actual random ego resources from Grand Welcome. Hopefully we get Sloth, because Sloth is beneficial. That's for sure. And that one just died thanks to the crit. How nice. How swell. Thanks to her Hollow Knight attack. Yeah, we've only got 2 pride. That's the one issue with this, is we can't actually get any use out of this. That's what Honglu's gonna add to the team, I suppose, so I'm gonna act like this was all planned when it very, very clearly isn't. Flash win gain haste, sure thing. I still definitely feel like you're one of those few units that I kind of prefer the skill 1 over the skill 2 already. Just giving herself haste and getting a benefit from speed. While the secondary gives her haste too, it doesn't benefit from the haste at all. So it's not nearly as funny. Oh. Our funny Rhino man lost a clash, unfortunate. I don't think I really looked too closely at his little glove thing, huh? Because you got a funny little yellow gem on it, which is something to do with the charge, I'm sure. Something to do with, like, oh, you press it or something, and that's how, like, the actual energy blade shows up. That's how that kind of thing usually works, so I wouldn't be shocked. And this is just a sloth game kind of fight. No need to use Crow's Eye View. It's simple enough. We'll use it for the boss of this floor, whoever it is. Hopefully it'll be fine. Nice. Rhino ran kills, that's for sure. Yep, crits definitely help there. Although it wasn't necessary, and it's just this guy left, isn't it? So he dies. So we will kill him with a sloth skill. Like that. Very good. It's funny that Otis buffs the lowest speed unit, which is very frequently her in this situation. Because she doesn't have the haste gain of anyone else. Although it'll probably be Honglu by the end. Oh, this is nice. Cut the ring, cut the rope. Because this means we'll just get more charge now. As long as we use something that gives charge, everyone will gain charge next turn. Which should happen fairly frequently. It's going to be a Guido fight coming up. Wrist guards, allies with more charge gain damage up. I'll take it. And we'll give you another skill 3. Yeah. That's decent. It doesn't really synergize with any of the actual haste stuff, but it's still good. Her skill 3 is definitely kind of insane, just having so much power. Oh. Although it's a time for a little bit of a jump cut. Alright, one jump cut later, and we are back. Let's see. Oh, we can just kill this guy immediately if we wanted to. Or we can wait and body sack. Which I like the idea of. Doing something like this. Oh, she does have a sloth guard. That's important to note. It's not a bad idea some of the times. And we can gain some charge with this one. Seems good. What do you think the ideal is? Good question.
이 공격은 꽤 먹혀든 것 같아요.
너도 이 안에 담아주지.
Shove them in the bag. Do it, do it. And they're weak to that because they're weak to envy,
현명한 판단이야.
which is beneficial.
카론, 기다리는 거 못해.
I'm gonna go for a fair bit of pretty decent envy stuff now. And probably just kill them all. Then like this, yeah. We'll just have her keep on defending so she triggers her passive to give people speed again. It's a worthwhile sacrifice. We could have had Yi-san go for his ego again, but I don't think we really need to, so I didn't. It definitely could have been a smart move. It means we won't have as much haste next turn as we theoretically could have. Yeah, you're blocking some of this damage, just reducing the amount of damage you take so you don't die as hard, and so that you buff everyone else in the process. And I think we just go for this. Don't need to go for anything else too special here. These guys are mostly all dead, and even the ones that survive aren't going to survive for too long, I don't think. Hope not, at least. Guys. Bonk. And the weighty bash, the menacing walk towards the enemy. We'll do it like this so we can at least get one of these sloths off. I don't really care what else kills. We got one of the sloths. Actually, that was enough to finish it off. That's right, because it is a strong attack, thanks to it being spiced by Shisong. First aid kit. We'll take the first aid kit. The other two don't do much of anything for us. And we can add, Honglu to the team now, so we might actually be able to get the passive of Dawn to trigger a couple times, if nothing else. And we'll go for Slash again. It'll work well enough. We go for this, I think. Seems good. You guys. That's fine. Normal, that's fine. Quick suppression. That's fine. Crow's Eye View. We could Sun Shower here if we wanted to be very silly. But we don't need to. That's called restraint. Not just killing everyone. Plus, like, I've spammed Sun Shower as an entire build plenty of times in the past. Oh right, I should probably show it off sometime here because of the fact I do have Sun Shower at Thread Spin 4, so it's a 7-target mass attack now. For some awful reason. Very cool. Nice. Yeah. Rhino Man lost the clash, that's fine. He'll live. I hope. Sloth. Kill. Like that, there we go. Yisung didn't stagger, so he's gonna get countered. That's fine, it's a very weak counter. I mean, it does a fair bit of damage, but it's still fairly weak. And they're all dead. It just wanted to look at the Rhino for a second. Rhino Man. Rhino Mersault. Which is fair enough, he does look funny. Talismans, sure, I'll take the bundle. We take the risky fight, we take the normal fight, and we take the shock. I think we're doing good on cost. At least good enough to get something good if it shows up. We sure did turn down a red steamed cost of PM this run because, like, here's the thing, we've got plenty of bleed count if we need it, because we've got this guy, this fiend. Look at this. God. There's so much bleed count there. But it is unnecessary. Actually, this doesn't even matter. Her passive literally would only give haste to Yisung, who really doesn't need the haste. He's just a haste inflictor, he's not the haste benefitter. He's not a speed demon, he's a speed sidekick. And then they're weak to this one. Decent damage.
다시 복구하긴 힘들걸요?
Okay.
저들이 추풍과 같이 흔들려.
Now we can go for some pretty good stuff. Demolish that guy, yeah. As you do. Resolution doesn't matter. Morale boost doesn't matter. Because these guys are all pretty much good as dead. So setting up for next turn is no longer my priority. Manga.
다시 복구하긴 힘들걸요?
34, almost killed. Deep got killed. That actually might have been a different one who was targeting there. I could not just keep the two bug people straight, because they were very similar low HP numbers. Well, one of them died to Faust, and the other one died to Merzel this turn. And I don't think there was any need to differentiate them. They're both dead. They might as well don't exist. Moths, absolutely. Could be very funny, because it'll be whoever has the highest speed gets the benefit from it. And who has the highest speed probably has a strong attack they can use. Hopefully.
최선을 다해보지.
Yeah, let's see.
방금 벌레 말은 듣지
Haste.
않는 사람 누구야?
Yeah, that actually won't gain any haste for you. That's unfortunate. You just go for this. Kill that guy. Why not? Aggro, you don't really do much. You gotta defend, as usual, for the sake of getting the passive off, and you're gonna gain more haste. Seems good.
이상이 무엇이라 생각하시오?
Big suppression. I wonder how much this guy's gonna be dead. Very. Didn't even take the final point and used full HP, resistant to the pierce damage. And it was not enough for him. He still fell in the end. Very awesome.
다시 복구하긴
Remind is going to be what triggers the butterflies, because of the lost skill it hurts two people, but it was pretty weak damage, so I'm not too impressed. Opportunistic Slash, though, that's a pretty impressive one to gain the buff. I think all the enemies are dead here, though. It'll still... Opportunistic Slash will still, like, do very well. That's for sure. Not, like, that insanely well, though. Not if he was, like, staggered or weak to Slash. That would have been even more insanely well. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Not that I'm particularly begging for, you know, good results here, but, you know, it would be funny, I think.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
Victory. Da-da-da-da. And now we get the shop. 300 cost, illusory hunt, Carmilla, Coffee and Cranes. Coffee and Cranes could be funny, I don't think we need it. I want another quick suppression more than anything else. And then we just leave, save our cost for the final shop. Here, Sloth, these are snake people. We can probably do fairly well against the snake people. We will see.
내가 응원하는 게 도움이 되긴 하려나? 힘내긴 해보자고.
Yeah, quick suppression immediately. Take out that guy's left arm. You do this and take out that guy's other arm. You can... Demise. Or I guess you can fleche. You can deep cut. And you actually don't need a counter for once if you don't want to. Which is, you know, very incredible, I know. It's all thanks to the power of having another person who can do Sloth. Who was this clashing against? You. And who was this clashing against? You? Was that what I wanted to clash? No, I wanted this to clash. There we go, that seems pretty good. Quick suppression, this guy's arm. There's no one else going for this arm, just because quick suppression is going to do a lot. Although if I had someone else going for it, they could have benefited from that fragile. But it shouldn't be too much of a bother. And Grows Eye View, also going to be very high damage on the other arm. Thanks to the weakness, 65, which is decent for a cheap ego. The important thing is the haste, of course. And Otis's passive buffed Faust and Mersault, I think? Yeah, Faust and Mersault. So, you know, they're doing pretty well. He's got enough charge to get +2 to his max speed, so he's gonna have, what, 3 to 9? That was a lot of damage, huh?
저거 깨뜨렸어.
What?
변상할 필요는
Um,
없으니까 계속해도
Oh,
돼.
it's because the arm got broken by the butterflies. Therefore, it counted as being broken this turn since his actual body isn't available yet. I see, that is very silly. I mean, it does just mean we're going all out on you, though. You're in for a rough time. We'll save that one. We don't need to go, like, all in, because, like, chances are there's only a fraction of these that are actually going to go through. This guy's not long for this world. This guy's arm isn't long for this world. Especially with stuff like deep cuts coming for it. Yep. So Yisung would have been able to get his ego off if we went for it. It's fine that we didn't, though. I'm not too bothered. We can quick suppression this guy, and we can just have everyone else go for the big guy if we wanted to. Not that we really need to, but we could. That's the beautiful part. We could just literally ignore that guy in its entirety, which is very tempting. So, you know, this will be good enough. We've got plenty of haste. These guys are... This guy's such a low HP already, which is, of course, very nice. You've got Clash Power, that was unfortunate. I guess she didn't have enough speed, possibly, and now she's gonna be paralyzed. That's fine. This guy's doing a bunch of self-damage, and this is just gonna kill him, isn't it? Yep. Now we just gotta deal with the other one, which has a quick suppression coming for him into Honglu to clean up if this guy manages to survive. He doesn't manage to survive. It's a 337 quick suppression. And that's another floor down. Spend charge. I don't want to spend charge. We'll take this, because it's funny. Is it, like, not as... We really should have gone for something else? Yes. Your point being? I am not one to think of the best possible move. I just see something funny and I click it. Even if Oscillating Bracelet does nothing for us because we've got, like, no tremor. It's still... No, we don't want you. We want you to use your thing. No, then you'll get rid of that, though. So we're just gonna have you do a lame thing. Yeah, like this. No, you defend. Yeah, like that. I like this. I like the feel of this. I'm digging the vibes. Crit, nice. Decent. Did about as much as it rolled.
그거 그렇게 하는 거 맞아? 거의 솜방망이인데. 좋아, 얼른 끝내고 밥 먹으러 가자고.
We've got the haste now, so now we kill. Question mark? I think so. Like this, yeah. This will give Faust and Dawn even more haste next turn, thanks to the passive. Unless I just misread this. I think I might have. Yeah, I did very much misread this. It's just Rhino that gets the buff. I completely misinterpreted where she was in the process. I thought Otis was Yi-Sung for a second, because they were both used. They're the two people using sloth skills, so I got them mixed up. Yeah, it's only Mersault that gets the buff from her passive, which is still fine. We don't need anything too fancy here. These guys, they should just all die. We might lose a couple clashes here, but I think we'll still be fine. Yeah, our clash winner is losing her clashes. Ouch. That was a lot of damage. There's no one else clashing with her, correct? Correct, this guy isn't about to clash with Dawn, right? Because she sure did have 2 skills there. Okay, they're all dead though. That's good, that's good. Oh no, this guy's still alive, but now he's dead. That's good, that's good. Dawn's at 30 HP now, I think, so maybe we need to be a bit more cautious with her going forward, since she's kind of the main focus. Or she should be. Bull, absolutely. Don't mind if I do. How funny would it be if we managed to kill Dawn with something like that? Like, she's fine, sure, but like, if it was a little more damage, then she would have died.
늦으면
You
리피가 먼저 갈
guys, do we
거야.
just pop the sun shower here? I might. They're weak to it. I feel like I have to. Or I could pop this, actually. That's actually probably the smarter move. Because it'll go faster and therefore it'll be better. We could do both, though, actually. Both is good. Why not both? Are they gonna die a lot of horrible deaths? Yes. But it's fun. Oh no, I forgot Dawn's low on HP. Oh, she's dead. Hmm. Well, we can actually do a haste build fine enough without her, I think. I kind of forgot entirely about my whole thing, but oh, we need to make sure Dawn doesn't die because she's like the focus of the entire episode. But that's fine. Oh, right, you're using it again. Huh.
승리를 위해서
Probably for the best we didn't go for Sun Shower then, because that would have been very bad. Okay, they're all like staggered now, so the Sun Shower is going to do a little bit, even with it getting a tails.
스며들 듯한 비애.
Yeah, blocked them and 7 targets now. Of course, there's only 5 people in this battle, so it's still just going to be the same, but you know that it is 7 targets in Spirit, if nothing else. Even if it's not showing up as being 7 targets right now.
한번 들은 걸로 이렇게
That also didn't target everyone, because there's some people mid-flash still for some reason. Fair. I don't know, that was a little strange. I feel like they could have just waited to show the Sun Shower animation and to show that clash. But that's fine.
잘
Dawn is
됐으면
dead.
좋겠네요.
That's a very Dawn thing to do, though. She does tend to just fall over and die.
최선을 다해보지. 아이, 방금 벌레 말을 듣지 않다는 사람 누구야?
We're doing decent against sanity. We could just mass attack these guys again, but I won't. Because that's no fun. You can kill this guy though, that's fun. Oh, you got a clash here. That's you'll win. I believe in you. Dominating, sure. Crow's Eye View. Actually, you want to Crow's Eye View that one and dominating this guy. That's a favored. That's close enough to dominating for my liking. Like this, there we go.
두렵지 않아요.
Yeah, look at that. Now he's got 8 charge. And everyone gains 3 charge next turn, so he'll be at 10 charge. So he's just gonna be in a good spot overall. Spend some ammo to do some damage. Ouch. He's fine, he resists the pierce. And I mean, it's not like he can get staggered, and it's not like he can die because we have enough gluttony that his passive triggers.
이상이 무엇이라 생각하시오?
Like, pick or pawn glue on any team really does feel like a panic button. Like, if everyone else dies, he can still probably solo from there.
계속 집중하지.
Oh yeah, you're doing it again. So we get even more
이상이
haste.
무엇이라 생각하시오?
That's pretty good.
적확한 한압이었어.
Yeah, that's a little bit of speed for everyone now, just a wee bit.
허점을 찾았습니다.
How's our speed looking?
리피가 배고파했어.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, definitely that's some speed. A little bit of speed, just a little bit. You bash that guy, kill that guy. You hit that guy again, possibly. Something like that might work. We really didn't need to order them when they were getting hit by the quick suppression, but order wouldn't have made too much of a difference, I don't think. They're not all dying here, that's for sure. I didn't really optimize my potential damage output for the maximum possibility,
엄청난 공격이었어. 기념할 만한
if you know what I mean.
못 살게
Yeah, like,
이 공격은 꽤
that guy's not being attacked. Or is he? Oh no, he is being attacked because of the opportune slash. Yeah, no, they are all dead. I did optimize it after all.
전투도 쉽게
I really need to learn to not doubt myself ever. Well, event time, then fight time, then shot time, then boss time. No thanks. I don't want your burn.
슈트가 실시.
Who do we get to replace Dawn? Is there anyone good we can get to replace Dawn? Not really. I've kind of got the entire Haste team. I could get some bind if I got like Chef Ryoshi or something weird like that. I don't know how necessary that is though. You can fluid spec to make sure they die. I like the sounds of that. Quick suppression, it's resisted, it still kills. You know the deal. There it is. How nice.
와, 엄청난 공격이었어. 기념할 만한걸?
I'm starting to think that the reason why Yisung's stuff is all about it requires him to have Trevor to gain a mass attack on a secondary is so that he doesn't get it from the random ego gifts. I think it was a little bit of foresight on their part. Just so that he doesn't have any synergy with charge or anything like that, because that would have been a little awful. Little silly. Too silly.
다음은 어디입니까?
Nice. Okay, and that guy died to the butterflies. Stop. We've got some cost. Milepost does nothing, Stone Tomb does almost nothing, Bloody Gadget. Mersault skill, we'll take another skill for you, don't mind if I do. And we'll take the Bloody Gadget. And now we can't afford to get someone fancy for this team, so we're just gonna roll with 6 people. What is it? Blunt Gloom, so that's the Fox? That's Pierce Gloom, that is not Blunt. A little bit of misspeak by me, teehee. Fox time.
얼른 끝내고
Oh, this is where your Sunshare is going to come really in handy, isn't it? Is it still not going to hit everyone? Yeah, I guess it still can't hit everyone. Because of the fact it's going to hit these two. Sure is funny still, though. So I'll go for it. I mean, I feel like I gotta. No. I've realized we need the haste more than anything else. You can just do that in the head, though. That's pretty good still. Who else hits the head? You could... Nope. You can, actually. Dominating, I'd like that. The K-Blade, you can take that. And if nothing else, you can just take the hit and be fine, because it's K-Corp Hong Lu. We're just getting some fragile on the head, so we're going to do a fair bit of damage to it this turn. I guess we didn't trigger Otis's passive, but that's fine. We'll live. If I wanted to be optimal, I would have done this on the head, because the head's actually weak to this attack, but that's fine. Or I would have done the body, because the body's weak to that attack. Oh, another crow's eye view on the random umbrella.
무얼 잘못했는지 아는 것부터가
A weighty bash.
시작이었어.
Do some decent damage to the umbrella. And then Hong Lu takes this hit. Yeah. No shock there, he's fine. He's weak to slash, that's sure, but like... Not really anything to be worried about. That thing just blew up because of the moths. Cool. Very cool. We don't have enough sloth to trigger the passive for Otis. That's fine. We probably go all-in-ish on the body here. We've got a lot of speed, so we're going to be able to clash, that's for sure. You can't do much of anything, so you go for that guy. And you're going for that guy. No one's going for that guy, but I don't think anyone needs to go for that guy. Did I have someone hit the head? No. Then you do it. Take it out. That almost was enough to finish him. Sad that it wasn't. Quick suppression, some fragile on that part, which is good because the opportunistic slash can make absolutely some benefit from it, and then Crow's Eye View as well. I think the other two attacks are going for different body parts, but this is enough to stagger, I think, to speak Pierce. And it is enough to give us even more haste next turn. Not quite 6 haste because we don't get a coin from it. But that's fine. It's still good.
이 공격은 꽤 먹혀든 것 같네요.
Nice. Some damage on the umbrella. And then Rhino Ram to do a little bit of damage. Yeah, that's pretty good.
부위 하나가 박살났고
맥없이 꺾인
근사한 한 방이었어.
I mean, we just kill him, right? Like, there's not really a reason to, like, bother with anything else. Just kill the body. Go over this again. This will gain the coin benefit, that's right. Order, sure. Deep cuts, and impede the intruder to finish stuff off.
지금은 두렵지 않아요.
But we all lost a bunch of sanity, that's right. That's fine. Yep, there it goes.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
Speed gaming. Just pure... Just pure speed. Nothing else to it, really.
신나서 날뛰는
You did the
건
most, that makes
더 해줄
sense.
거 없어?
Merzel did a lot. Dawn did a fair bit. Heathcliff, of course, does the most. The issue with a haste build is the fact that, I mean, of course you're going to use the big haste guy, even if he is, like, stupidly powerful. And past level 240 now. So, I mean, if I'm officially 4 times the actual normal max level. Oh, and I leveled up. How nice.
한치 앞이
Level 58 now. That's
보이지
cool.
아니하기 때문이요.
I get one of these, and I get some of these.
또다시
Cool. Gotcha time. I need all the shards I can get, please. Give me something decent. Doesn't really matter who I get anymore, because I'm just turning everything into thread, more or less. Not really, I'm saving like 150 or so of each person, just so I can be ready whenever they get something, or if I want to actually upside one of their things, because it costs shards and not only thread now. Seems like it's a 1-star kind of day. Which I can live with. It can't all be winners. Which is for the best, because otherwise it would seem like I'm cheating, and I would never cheat. But yeah, Cinq Don. Interesting haste unit, that's for sure. It definitely has some potential. Not like the strongest of winning clashes overall. Like, definitely could benefit from like some other things. I think I need to up higher to get like the full benefits. Yeah, stuff like gaining more damage based on clash count. And yeah, same for that one. But honestly, that's good enough for me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.